Hello, my name is Sonia Ross, and welcome to this guided meditation to relieve depression. Let's begin by taking a breath. Depression is something that we all suffer from in one form or another throughout our lives. It is a very common experience that is often ignored and exiled within us. And so it is my intention today to bring some soothing, healing energy to the parts of ourselves that you may be holding depression. Any part of yourself that you've exiled with your depression, the parts of yourself that feel depressed but you're ignoring. My intention today is to bring some soothing, healing energy to these parts of yourself you may have ignored. So let's first begin by focusing on our breath. We're just going to notice the natural rhythm of your breath by gently inhaling and exhaling, and noticing the rise and fall of your chest. You're just noticing how your breath moves in and out of your body with gentleness and compassion. And now we're going to be breathing 5 times, nice long inhales and nice long exhales. So let's begin. A nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. A nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. A nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. A nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. And once more, a nice gentle inhale and a nice gentle exhale. So let's turn our attention inward and see if we can notice any place within our body that we may be holding a feeling of depression. This exercise is not meant to overwhelm you in any way, shape, or form. If at any point you feel too overstimulated, please turn it off and come back at a later date when you're feeling more regulated and grounded. But if you would like to proceed, then continue to listen to the sound of my voice. Notice what you're sensing in your body. You may know immediately because you may have a familiar relationship with depression. Or maybe it's something a little bit more subtle that you've never actually put a word to. Just turn your attention inward and notice the first thing that comes up. Notice where you're feeling it in your body. And if it would be supportive, gently bring a hand there, one over the other, to provide comfort to yourself in this way and to ground yourself. Continue to focus on your breath. And as you breathe, and you notice where you're sensing the depression in your body, just notice how you're feeling towards it. Are you feeling compassionate, kind, curious? Or maybe another feeling that's more distant, that's stopping you from connecting? If you're feeling something that makes you want to push the feeling away or turn away from the experience, I want you to gently identify it in another area of your body. And just ask it to give you a little space. Just gently ask it to give you a little space. It doesn't have to leave. It doesn't have to go anywhere. It can stay right with you, but gently ask it to give you a little space so you can connect with this present moment experience. And see if you notice any shifts or changes. If you're noticing a shift or change, gently say thank you if it has given you some more space. If there is something else that it seems present and alive for you right now that is preventing you from connecting, turn your attention towards it. And again, ask it very gently to please give you some space so you can connect with this other part of yourself that's holding the depression. Let it know there is nothing for you to fear. There is nothing to be afraid of, that you're safe in this moment and that you have the capacity to connect with yourself in this way. Just ask it to give you a little space. It doesn't have to leave. It can stay very present with you, near you, observing that you want to connect directly with this other part of yourself. If you notice any shifts or it gives you any space, just say thank you. And let's turn our attention back to the part of yourself that's holding the depression. Now see what spectrum of relationship you're on with this feeling of depression. Are you feeling kind towards it? Compassionate, curious, calm? If you're feeling any of these things, go ahead and let this part of yourself holding the depression know that you're feeling this way toward it, calm or compassionate or curious or calm or kind. And let it know that you want to hear what it has to tell you today. And just breathe and just listen. Always checking the connection to make sure you're feeling calm or kind or compassionate or curious towards it. As it continues to share its experiences, just go ahead and thank it and tell it that you're open to hearing more. Continuing to focus on your breath. And if any point you notice another feeling coming in that seems to want to block or interrupt or take you out of the experience, just gently ask it to give you a little space so you can be present in this present moment. And then continue to connect with the part of yourself that's holding the depression. Then go ahead and ask the part of yourself that's holding the depression if there's something it needs from you now. What can you do to show it more kindness and compassion and no longer ignore it? Really listen and take in and feel what it has to say to you. And you may be surprised at what you receive. These parts of ourselves that hold depression or anxiety or fear are often the wisest parts of ourselves because they've done a lot of hard work to protect us emotionally and mentally. But now they're overburdened and they're exhausted, and they're manifesting these feelings and experiences to get our attention because they need more healing and kindness and compassion and love. So just listen and take note of what you're hearing. And if this part feels like it has nothing else to say at this moment, let's call in a beautiful color to bring healing and nourishment to a part of yourself that has been deprived for so long. How about calling in the color of orange, the color of creativity and sensitivity and receptivity? Call in the color of orange and see it filling this part of yourself up with vibrancy and life, really nourishing it, feeding it, and filling it up with everything it has lacked for so long. Notice this part of yourself being full of this beautiful orange color, this vibrancy, the juiciness, the spectacular colors that it has. And notice how your body is feeling in this experience. Are you able to take in this beautiful vibrancy, creativity, receptivity, sensitivity? Are you able to take in what you've denied yourself for so long? And just feel into it. Allow yourself to deeply, deeply experience it. See the orange color wrapping around this part of yourself and also wrapping around you, filling you up with vibrancy and connection and love. And just take your time here. And when you feel this experience is complete for you, I want you to thank this part of yourself that's holding the depression. And just notice if you see any changes. Does it look different? Does it feel different? And just notice if it has any last things to say to you. Let it know that you will be back to see it again. You will not be ignoring it. You will not be rejecting it. And you will no longer be abandoning any parts of yourself. Thank it for what it has shared with you today. Now let's go in and check in with other parts of ourselves that may have come up. Let all the other parts of yourself that came up for you today know that you love them, that you appreciate them, and that you notice them, and that you will no longer be ignoring any part of yourself today. That you will no longer be ignoring any part of yourself going forward into your future. And thank them. And then gently return to your breath, noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Take 3 more deep cleansing breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth with a sigh. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth with a sigh. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth with a nice sigh. Gently bringing movement and sensation back to your body, wiggling your toes very gently, shaking your head side to side in very small movements, wiggling your toes and shaking your head side to side at the same time, noticing the weight of your body in the chair or the bed or wherever you're sitting. Bring yourself fully back to this dimension and this experience and this reality. And then when you're ready, gently open your eyes and look around the room. Don't look at anything with any bright, harsh lights. Don't look at any electronics. Don't pick up your phone. Just continue to look around the room, allowing your full awareness to come back into this space. And when you feel grounded and fully in your body, you can close out. My name is Sonia Ross, and I thank you for joining me today. If this meditation spoke to you in any way, please leave a comment below and give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel where we post weekly meditations on Mondays and Wednesdays. Thank you for being on this journey with me today. The holiness and divinity in me sees and honors the holiness and the divinity in you.